Assalamualaikum. Hello, Assalamualaikum. This is Niamatullah from Dhaka, Bangladesh. And today is second day of our conference. This is the international conference by BioQuantum Academy. And last day we enjoy a lot of international speaker from USA, Canada, Malaysia, and Indonesia. A lot of international speaker are completed their research and they are present their information. Now today is exciting day. We are excited from first to end of the day. Today is the all participant are presentation from their wonderful research, and we are happy to announce that. And now I will discuss about today's schedule. Today is the second day of our conference, and now opening remarks will by our chairperson, Dr. Parvin Jerin, then Dr. Hamid Rasul. He will present his presentation, and then Dr. Sri Budiwati, Beni, Dr. Suraya, and a lot of student and researcher. They will present their article. So we are excited to see this wonderful presentation. And all over the world, here a lot of participants are here from Canada, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan. So all people are say welcome in our second day conference, and most of the people from all over the world. Dr. Parvin Jerin, our chairperson, Dr. Maria Gregia, Dr. Angi, Dr. Bayut Dirja, and Caroline, Dr. Caroline, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Suraya, and Dr. Beni, Dr. Theoria Fazriani, Dr. David, and Dr. Ima, Dr. Kurniati, Dr. Christina, Dr. Faisal Gira, Dr. Hamid Rasul, Dr. Lina Yuniarti, Ms. Ivuar Yazid, and Prathami Wahyoni, and Dr. Tara. So all are most welcome in our second day conference. Now I will give to my floor to our honorable chairperson. Hello, chairperson. How are you?
Thank you so much, Dr. Allah, for the second day of introducing the conference. Amazing job you have done. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And Dr. Faisal just joined, Dr. Maria joined, and all our wonderful scholars joined. And also already Dr. Hamid Rasul, I introduced him, that is going to be our first speaker. I'm sure that everybody knows what the Academy is, and everybody knows who I am, and everybody knows the faculty team, who they are, because now they're, a very recognized, image of, people through the BioQuantum Academy. So as I always say, BioQuantum Academy is a movement, and the movement that to bring the truth to the world. And we started, I personally started from the public years ago, and then I started campaigning, national Canadian campaign for a year, and then I brought it to the world. So first it was the national, movement, then it became international movement. So, and it stays as is, because we all should be together to not only to raise awareness, but we are here to make a change and transformation. So we have been doing it, and we're doing a great job with all these amazing scholars that they are going to make a huge change in future healthcare, because what we have is not a healthcare, and it's a sick care, and we do not want to have sick. So that's why we are here to educate all the medical doctors, and it's the honor of my life to educate all these medical doctors to bring this movement and this education to their community and to the world. BioQuantum Academy is offering the highest standard education, postgraduate education, and is the only academy that has been endorsed by the Board of Natural Medicine in Canada, United States, and Mexico. And also, BioQuantum Academy is a registered trademark brand. There is no any other academy that is a registered Trademark Brand in homeopathy and integrative medicine. When we say integrative medicine, we are not talking about integration with the allopathic model. It's integrative medicine that it comes in the umbrella of natural medicine and natural disciplines. So this mark, this registered trademark, is the mark of credibility, legitimization, accreditation, and brand protection. So we are protecting the brand of homeopathy and integrative medicine registered by Quantum Academy. This ensures the quality and authenticity of the Academy and our international educational platform. And it's a milestone that we are very proud of. Due to a large scale of demands and inquiries for our education, because it honestly is a unique and one of a kind and comprehensive education in the field of homeopathy and integrative medicine. We recently expanded our academy and we opened up a new second location in another part in Western Canada, which is going to cover mostly the Western Canada and also the United States. So, and that's why I am here and there. So I'm at this present moment, I'm in Central Canada, but next week I'm going to be in Western Canada. So at this point, it gives me so much joy and energy to do that for all of you. So because it was a dream for all of us to make it happen, that to have this much inquiries, this much demand for our education, because the truth is always shines. The truth cannot be hidden. And we are the one who had the courage and conviction to come out and bring it out. So this marks an important milestone in our mission to advance education, research, and practice in the field of homeopathy, integrative medicine, natural modalities, and holistic approach. This is a wonderful opportunity to build partnership with you guys, to collaborate with you guys at the academic level, and exchange knowledge, learn and strengthen the professional community around the world. So Academy warmly welcome all of you after graduations or whoever is going to collaborate with the Academy, because as I said, it's a movement. We have to take it everywhere, every corner of the world. And we have done is a hard work behind it, but it has been, even though it was a challenge, but it was a joy for all of us. Myself, Dr. Maria, Dr. Horowitz, that we have been in for past 30 years of being in North America, Canada. We work so hard to make this happen. And we see it. Now we see it and we just enjoy expanding it. Okay, we built it. I personally worked so hard and I built this platform and I am truly enjoying it now. And I'm sure that everybody is enjoying it. So welcome to the second day of the conference. And that was my announcement to let you know that this brand is moving forward and is expanding and is growing and is coming to every corner of the world. I appreciate all of you. And it's back to Dr. Ola to introduce our next speaker. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, dear Chairperson. And we are really excited and for next speaker. But from 2018 to 2025, Quantum Academy is doing their journey very good. And we are found in whole world they are doing wonderful, because integrative medicine is future medicine, which will be include not only homeopathy, nutrition, and other medicine. So now I will give floor to our second speaker, Dr. Hamid Rasul. Personally, I know him. He is from Punjab, Pakistan, and he is really renowned for his practice, and he is really a good person. Now, time to him, and he will speak about role of integrative medicine chiropractic, acupuncture in treating cancer and autoimmune disease. So I hope all will enjoy. So let's go. Hi, dear Hamid Rasul. How are you?
Unmute yourself, Dr. Rasul. Unmute yourself. I think we don't hear you.
Hello, dear Hamid Rasul. Do you hear me?
Your audio is not working, Dr. Rasul. Your video is working, but your audio is not working.
Rasul. Mhm.
Unmute yourself, Dr. Rasul. Unmute yourself. Dr. Rasul, turn on your audio. You're muted. Yes. Okay. So we do not hear you. What I suggest, Dr. Rasul, I hope you're hearing me. What I suggest to go out of Zoom and come back. Maybe just end the meeting, go out and come again. Maybe it's resetting your, yes. So we're gonna wait until Dr. Rasul comes back.
Mhm.
And so see that who's joining. Okay.
There's some network issue.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if I think he has some technical issues. Doctors, if Dr. Rasul has some technical issues that he cannot, present for some reasons, like Dr. Tony from Colombia yesterday, we were so
Mhm.
excited to meet Dr. Tony. Is an amazing, formulator of those products, and because of internet. And we have two doctors actually that are supposed to join us from Middle East. They cannot get in. So this morning I received a message from them that there is a technical difficulty. I thought maybe it's from our side. So I had to message Dr. Maria, Dr. Faisal to say, let's do the test. And Dr. Maria was the first one who did the test. And I said, oh, okay, it's not from our side. Because we always have to, make sure that we both sides are, working. So that's very unfortunate that some part of the world that they have these problems, but nothing we can do. We can, and at this point, we're going to wait for another few minutes. If Dr. Rasul cannot present for the technical difficulty, I am going, so Dr. Rasul is back. See if we can hear him. So Dr. Rasul, would you please talk and we see that we can hear you? We cannot hear you.
Dr. Rasool, can you check to see if your speakers are turned on your computer?
That's the reason that we had a rehearsal. Whoever came for rehearsal, they fixed everything. That's why I wish Dr. Rasul would have come to our rehearsal, or Dr. Tony yesterday also. We invited everybody to come to rehearsal because it's very important to check all the features of the Zoom. If there is any technical issues, we address it and we work with you to fix it. So We don't have your audio, Dr. Rasool. We're going to wait for a few minutes. If it doesn't get resolved, with your permission and with all doctors' permission, I might go first, okay, and to bring my cases, cancer cases, to share with you, and might be a good idea. And then we wait until Dr. Rasool is resolving the technical issues, and it's going to go after. Is that okay? Let's get some vote on this. Dr. Rasool, is that okay if I'm going to go first and then you until you fix the issue?
Yes, he put it in the chat that to continue with the next speaker.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. Let me go with my PowerPoints. Okay. Okay, yesterday I talked about my perspective. Okay, the reason that I always talk about my perspective is that you have to compare the situations in medical system. We are monopolized for 125 years. Actually, it's 126 years now. We are monopolized. The medicine is monopolized. Medicine is supposed to heal. Medicine is not supposed to bring dependency and compliance, such as vaccinations. It has to liberate the human body from illness and heal the body, help to heal the body. The system that is on currently and became a mainstream is all about compliance, dependency, and power, and is not medicine. They're drugs. And that's why I always have to compare that homeopathy is remedy. Remedy is medicine compared to drugs that bring in lifetime dependency. Okay, so I think you all know me. I don't have to introduce myself. And today we're going to get into the a little bit of, again, my perspective to warm you up a little bit to get into the case. So as I always say, we do not treat the pathology. Homeopaths do not treat the pathology. We treat the person with the pathology. The pathology is created in that person. What happened to that person that it's creating cancer, creating autoimmunity? So nothing comes from outside. Outside, they're just influencing the body to become, to manifest. But everything happens in the body, and everything happens at the cellular level. So even the group of many natural medicine that are coming and that advertising for functional medicine. Functional medicine is not a cure. They don't have to. There's supplementation. So treating not the sickness, and healing by remedy or medicine, not managing by drugs and poisons. Healing is the ability that is endowed in all living beings without exception. We are part of nature. We follow the same natural laws. We follow the same healing principles without exception. There is nothing, and it is not like that. I can heal, you cannot heal. Everybody. We are all endowed with that ability equal, as long as it's not beyond your healing points. So healing is always follows the natural laws and principles and no any other ways. Your body can artistically and intelligently heal you with no effort when you remove the internal disharmony in an untimely manner with the help of natural substances, which are called remedy or medicine, not medications or drugs. So the two extreme opposite concepts that I talked about yesterday, and which unfortunately is out there, I try. I'm not speaking from the other homeopaths, but because some homeopaths, they integrate with allopathic model. I am not. I'm so absolutely against it. But again, it's my perspective. Can take it or leave it, but it's the thing because I have. It's not that just I believe. I have faith that allopathic model is violating the healing principles, is deviating the body from heal itself. But the concept of similarity, which is the homeopathy, is only homeopathy, is following, supporting, activating the healing principles. So these are two different things, and that's why I always say they don't coexist. So when did we talk about the laws of nature? Because it's absolute. Laws is absolute. There is no such a thing that you can say, okay, my law, your law, their laws. Natural laws, universal laws are absolute, and either you're following it or you're violating it. So we are here to teach the following, not violation. So these laws of natures, they are they never follow the man-made rules that the allopathic model is created. So human beings are an absolute part of nature and follows laws and principles in nature that is naturally programmed in human body. So man-made rules such as synthetic suppressive drug or artificial inoculations are violation of these natural laws. So as I don't know if you're following the news that it's already started in the United States that they're going to remove the vaccination, the childhood vaccinations, because of the large amount of mercury, aluminum, and peanut oil that causes a lot of autism, allergy to peanuts, the natural peanut, and so many things that happened to the children the past 100 years. So healing is an internal domain. It's human internal ability, which never, ever follows external rules. Healing power in human body never follows allopathic medications. Never is the violation of these healing principles. Okay, so homeopathy is a system of medicine that has been used, even though it's been suppressed for century, but still is the second largest system of medicine around the world, and definitely is going to be the first not so long. Okay, and it's used in so many chronic diseases, acute conditions, emergency, malignancy, infectious diseases, epidemic, pandemic, autoimmunity, and innate immunity. So this is something that I talked about it yesterday, that and very important to when we do homeopathic treatment, we have take into considerations so many other things. We call it integrative medicine. Integrative medicine, such as holistic nutrition, is an integral approach, and is a detoxification and drainage. It's a lifestyle interventions. So removing the environmental factors that is contributing to the sickness. This is not my word. This is the father of homeopathy's word, Dr. Hahnemann, and he stated it in his main book, Organon of Medical Arts. So let's get into the cases. So my integral approach means homeopathy with holistic nutrition, with detoxifications, which are coming from homeopathic medicine, and also things like gemotherapy, homeopathic tissue salts, oligotherapy. These are, I call them integrative medicine. By Quantum Academy, integrative medicine is different than integrative medicine out there. So we are under the umbrella of natural disciplines. And it's been my practice. It's been so successful that I am teaching it to medical doctors to adopt this kind of approach to their practice, and either to add it or convert to it. And this has been very successful the past more than 2 decades. So, and because this integral approach, Dr. Hahnemann also said, homeopathy, no matter is the best system of medicine, no matter you choose the most similar medicine, and even the right potency. But if the person is so deficient, at the physical level, at the cellular level, it's so deficient if that person is, is chronically intoxicated, and the powerhouse of the body, the cells, the mitochondria, is not functioning properly to produce adequate energy in order to run the biology and physiology. No homeopathy gonna work. So that's why it's enhancing the efficacy of homeopathy and also accelerating the healing. So that's why we call it integral approach. Okay, let me just get into my cases. Okay, my homeopathic approach, again, I'm going to repeat it. Start with classical homeopathy. Start with choosing a constitutional medicine for the person. But unfortunately, in so many cancer cases, that we lost the picture. When we lose the picture of the person, we lose the picture of the disease. Because when the disease is not in a natural disease form and is already converted to the complex disease by allopathic treatments, we lost classical approach. So that's why we have no choice but to go with the keynote homeopathic medicine in order to open up the person. So my approach is with classical homeopathy and also homotoxicology, which is a branch of homeopathy which is been evolved. It's directly works on the endotoxins and exotoxins, or endogenous and exogenous toxins to open up the endocrine pathways. So, and also gemotherapy, which I work with for the deep cellular drainage to open up the emunctories, and then organotherapy. I never use organotherapy when the cancer is active. It can be very dangerous if you work with organotherapy when the cancer is active. I always use organotherapy when my protocols are finished, and we're getting to the recovery time. But I can use no-salts during the treatments, and tissue salts, trace minerals, holistic nutritional plans, and, as I said, lifestyle intervention. I enhance the efficacy of my treatments by integration of compatible modalities for a speedy recovery, which these are the only modalities I'm using, and they are all under umbrella of natural disciplines and homeopathic domain. Okay, so I'm not going to walk you through how I take the cases because it's going to take so long, but let me just directly get into the cases. So as I mentioned yesterday, we do not do diagnosis. Homeopaths do not do our diagnosis is the totality of symptoms based on physical symptoms, mental, emotional, and non-physical symptoms. So that's our diagnosis. It's not the same as diagnosis that we do it with different devices. But having said that, I personally use the analyzer, the biofeedback scan as well to confirm my findings through my thing. I never do biofeedback scan first. I always do it second. So in order to confirm whatever I found within my case taking. So I would like, these are the recovered, I'm choosing one recovered or two recovered cases, cancer cases today, but I have so many others that I don't have time to bring them. So the one of them is large thyroid tumor and nodules. The reason I chose these cases, first of all, because I got permission from my patients to bring them to the public, and because if you want to know their names, they are outlined on the website. And but one of them, the very first one, because it's been over 10 years that I treated that person, and she's been cancer-free for decades. To give you the assurance that the treatments that I did had no recurrence. So these are fully recovered cases by my homeopathic treatments. And I'm not going to get into the what you call it, infertility and a stroke, or maybe autoimmune, because we don't have time. So when we do the homeopathic classical case taking, and no matter in natural disease or complex disease, I still take the case. But definitely when they have gone through allopathic treatments for a long time, it turns to complex disease that will lose the classical picture. But it still gives us clue how to treat the person. So my patients actually is not only the cancer patient, whoever has come to me from the beginning to now, they tried so many different allopathic medication and treatments before getting any improvement prior to coming to me. Okay, it's like homeopathy has been the last resort for patients, because they put us on the corner and they put us in the different bracket. We are not in healthcare. So that's why people always go seek whatever is more available for them, more affordable for them, more accessible for them. And it's not necessarily that they trust them more. They trust us more, but we are not that much accessible for them. So, but they go and they try so many different allopathic treatments, and then they come to us drugged up and with complex disease. So, but again, no matter what, we are here to help them recover. So the recovered cases proved how we can activate the inner healing ability to remove internal disharmony by homeopathic approach, no matter is the face of benign or the face of degenerations or the face of malignancies. So no matter the face of disease, as for example, Dr. Faisal talked about psoriatic miasm, psychosis miasm, and also syphilitic miasm is the same as what I'm talking about the evolution of the disease. So the psoriatic is more benign, the psychotic is more degenerative, and the syphilitic is more malignant. That's the homeopathic language. But when it comes to the general language of how we can bring it into more quick understanding, is the same thing. So as I always say, we restored physiology, we restated health gently, efficiently, permanently to fully recovered. So homeopathy as the main medicine, and also is my main medicine, and also adding some other integrative, medicine to it. So there are different groups of cancer patients that they have come to me. The first group, they do not want to go on allopathic intervention whatsoever. No surgery, no medication, no chemotherapy, no radiation whatsoever. They're confidently coming for any reasons. They're confidently coming and they want to go on my treatment. The first case that I'm going to present it is that one. No allopathic interventions and nothing done. Not even any other natural disciplines she has gone through. Only with my treatment. The second group are removing their tumor only, but do not want to go on any allopathic treatments. So I have other patients that they say, okay, I went for tumor, but I don't want to go for any other treatment. The third group, removing tumor, but they go on allopathic treatments such as chemotherapy, radiation, and all those things, which one of my patients that I'm going to present is one of them. And the fourth group, removing tumor and removing organs, which another case that I'm going to present, and they go with full-fledged allopathic interventions. So I have patients from all this group, and I'm going to present them. So the category of my cancer patients are this, and now they come and seek for homeopathic treatments. Okay, the very first case is a female. She was 62 years old. Now she's 72 years old. She was in Canada, mother of 3 children, lost her brother and several family members to cancer. So she said that cancer is running in her family. And by the time that she came to me, she was diagnosed with 33% osteoporosis in hips and knees. Okay, she had done ultrasound for the thyroid. This is the thyroid case. And what the patient, her physician told her, because the cancer is running in your family and is a thyroid, you should not take a risk and you should remove it. You should remove the thyroid. Even, you know, they said because you have several nodules, you have big tumor, don't take a risk. And even though they were created so much fear in that patient, but the patient did not want to go through any allopathic treatments. The courage that she had is astonishing. So the thyroid right lobe measuring was this size that you can see it on the screen, and mid pole of the right lobe of thyroid, that's the measuring that is on the screen. And but the thyroid left lobe normal size was normal. So she was urged by her family physician to remove her entire thyroid gland because of malignancy chance. That's what they told her. So that happened in 2013, August 22nd. She went through under allopathic tests, but not treatments. So biopsy result was in, and they said this is a malignancy in actually all tumors. So my patient said that she asked her family physician to consult with me before going on allopathic treatments, but her physician was advised not to seek homeopathy. Okay, this is something that my patient told me, that my family physician was so upset when I told her and him, it's the oncologist as well, that she wants to see me first before going on allopathic treatments, and they were so upset with her. We have courtesy, courtesy of homeopaths, understanding my patient's psychology due to fear of cancer that caused by her physician. I said, listen, my treatment is not compliance. It's an option. So if you want to see your family physicians and you want to choose allopathic treatments, it's absolutely optional. The only thing that I am here to tell you what I can do for you. Okay, I gave my support to my patients not to feel that I'm going to reject her if she listens to her family physician. I said, this is a very unfortunate situation that the allopathic model would not be friendly with us and they do not want to collaborate with us. But I respect your decision, and if your decision is to go with them, go with them. If you want to come back with me, come back with me. The only thing, and I told her, if it's your thyroid is intact, it is still there, I can help you quickly. But if you remove your thyroid, I cannot help you. So she said, if I remove the tumor and nodules, would you help me? I said, then my direction is going to be different. But if you leave it as is, I can help you. So we don't force patients to go on the medications with the allopathic medication or to go off allopathic medications unless they are willing to. Okay. So the only thing I can tell them, I absolutely can't get you off medication, which is my second cancer patients I'm going to represent. So, but unfortunately, the system gave allopathic doctors so much rights to force patients to stop seeking homeopaths, which is, to me, it's not only unprofessional, it's very, I don't like to use please, doctors, just turn off your audios. So again, I like to, share my frustrations that there is a monopolization in medical system by one stream of medicine, but we are changing it. The past 4 years changed. The system has changed drastically by our work, our hard work. Okay, but this case is a long time ago. Imagine the courage that this patient had to not to go on allopathic treatments and just be under my treatments. Okay, so she came at this point. Was so simple for me to work with this cancer, thyroid cancer, because she didn't touch anything. She didn't touch anything. So, and I could take her classical homeopathy case taking very easy, because the disease is in a natural phase, the natural disease. It did not convert to complex disease or to lose the picture of the person completely. Because I want to treat the person, doesn't matter is a cancer or is autoimmune or is flu. So I took the generalities. The generalities is digestion, because the generalities such as sleep, energy, digestion, urination, appetite, cravings, and all these things give us a clue who this patient is, right? So because we treat the person. Okay, with this, all this collecting information, we understand who the person is that is created cancer. Okay, so I took all these generalities. One thing that she keeps saying to me that she's having nightmares almost every night. So I'm not a sleep interpreter. I don't interpret sleep, but sleep is a huge, guidance to us, to homeopaths, to tell us what's the subconscious mind of the person and what's the conscious mind and unconscious mind of the person is operating in either in collaborations or no collaborations. So sleep is very important. I think maybe Dr. Faisal knows more about the sleep and can talk about it. But when he said that she had recurrent nightmares. So I'm not going to talk about her nightmares, but that's what she talked about it. So, and her mental state, she was menopausal. She was very thirsty and urination was very frequent. Her appetite was very low. She said that she doesn't have appetite at all. And again, goes back to the metabolism, that the thyroid is the king of metabolism, and it affects the appetite, and also the appetite center is in a hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus is directly work with thyroid, and that's why it affects his appetite. So that was a bingo for me when she said that my thyroid is my appetite is very low, but my urination is so frequent. So her mental state, she's a very passionate person, and she is still, and she had intensity in her talking, and if I was not a homeopath, I thought she's angry at me, but she's not an angry person. She has so much intensity in her talking because she was looking for an outlet to bring everything out. So she said she's a jealous person. She said she's jealous of this, she's jealous of that. She's, that tells me who she is, right? Because jealousy in homeopathy is pathology. Jealousy is not a personality or something. It comes directly from pathology. Like she was inveighing, she was very suspicious to everything, and she said, I was very suspicious to my medical doctors that she wanted to remove my thyroid. I said, suspicion is not a good thing, but at least this suspicion was a great thing for you. So she was very paranoia, between her talking. That's every single time she was talking, she said, "Can you help me? Can you help me?" And she was very paranoid. And sometimes she was getting angry at the family situations, and that I had to do this, I had to do that, and that's why I created cancer. That's why this. She was a little bit aggressive, and she said, I hate this, I hate that, I just took notes of whatever she was telling me about her mental state. And she said that she wants to revenge. She was talking about one occasion that she says she wants to take revenge on that. So she was very sarcastic, and she had great loquacity, and she was talking. And she needed to express her inside. So, and at that time she was religious, and she said she is afraid of not to be religious, but she's not religious. Okay, that was actually gave me a great clue to see who she is, right? And she was very domineering at home and in a community. And even she said that she likes to dominate some people. I said, okay, what's your fears? She said, she said, she's afraid of snakes. She's fear of a snake. I said, why your fear of a snake? She said, when I was younger, I killed maybe 22 snakes when I was and then since then I was afraid of them that they're coming back to me. So these are the fears that she had. She had deep phobic anxiety, and she always felt that she had suffering from inferiority complex, that she always thought that she's lower than the others, and she was afraid of cancer. She said, I always afraid of cancer, and now the doctor is telling me I have cancer, so then I'm dying. And she kept asking me, am I dying? Do you think I'm dying? I said, you're not dying. So you just have something that has to be removed. So we are homeopaths with compassion, kindness, respect, professionalism, that we do not tell the patients you have 6 months to live. That when they go home from the time that they're telling them, this is a crime to tell the patient who is suffering, to tell them that you have 3 months or 6 months. So I said, no, you are not dying and you're gonna get healed. She said, promise me. I said, I promise if your healing power would accommodate. Okay, that's I can promise. Okay, so I took her constitutional cases. She was Lechisis muta, which is a bushmaster, is a snake poison, and could be coincident with the nightmares she had, that she was having nightmares with the snakes. It's a coincidence that she killed 22 snakes. I have no idea, but I can relate to it, and I take it as a very clear, as symptom that in her subconscious, this is something that is popping up all the time and causing fear in that patient. Okay, because homeopathy works with a conscious mind, subconscious mind, and non-conscious mind. Okay, so I gave her Lechisis muta 200 CH. I work with CH only, and I gave her 2 times a day for 3 days, and then once a day for 4 days, then 7 days break. I always give break because I want the healing power, the vital force takes it over. We're not going to create dependency or compliance in healing process. We get them off. Homeopaths have to get person off even on the very right homeopathic medicine. Let the vital force works on its own. The reason of the classical homeopathic medicine is to repair the vital force that has been poked or created a hole or ruptured by the disease agents. So vital force is like a balloon. It's like a balloon that we do it for our birthday, okay? And when it's poked, depends on how hard it's poked, it's creating this harmony. Okay, if it's poked very gentle, creating runny nose. If it's poked harder, it creates diabetes. If it's poked much harder, creates more advanced disharmony. But if it's ruptured and leaking out, creates cancer. So now, what do we have to do is to repair this. If we do not repair the vital force, we're not doing anything. So we repair it with classical homeopathic medicine. We do not repair it with homotoxicology. That's what we can do with classical homeopathy. It repairs it quickly if it's a right matching medicine with the person, not the disease. Lechisis is not for cancer. None of the homeopathic medicine is for any diseases. It's for the level of disharmony that is created in that person. So vital force is like a balloon which is poked by a disease agent, creates a hole, and the energy starts leaking out. The body is lack of vital force. So constitutional remedies such as Lechisis muta based on the patient's totality of symptoms, is patching up the hole and repair the vital force. The moment the vital force is repaired, the person falls into recovery. So after the classical homeopathy, which is repairing, I have to wait for 7 days, sometimes a month. It depends on the case. But this case was still in a natural disease, was not a complex disease, still was so easy to work with. So 7 days was enough. Sometimes I have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks until to make sure that the vital force is repaired. Then I'm going to go to the pathways, the endocrine pathways, to do the detoxifications, drainage, and support the messaging system and of the pathways. Okay, the messaging system are all coming from hypothalamus pituitary gland to the other part of the body. That pathways has to be cleaned, supported, nourished well. Okay, that's what I do with homotoxicology, to cleanse the pathways. So it's the time. And the pathways cleaning, again, it depends on the case. This case was easy to clean because was still in a natural disease. The thyroid was intact, was not touched. The tumor is still there. Nodules were still there, and it was much easier to work on. So for tumor and nodules, I gave her a complex formula. Actually, Naja tripudians is another snake, another form of snake, which is a virus of cobra snake. So an acidum lacticum, or acid lactic, in a form of homeopathy, and Scrophularia nodosa is a plant. So everybody thought that maybe it's a cancer, medicine. It's not a cancer. It's a plant. It's a knotted figwort plant, but it's an amazing, amazing plant in a homeopathic form that is melting down the cancer and nodules, tumor and nodules. So I gave her all this in a form of homeopathic dilution and very low dilution, D8, D4, and D2. Okay, and also I gave her cellular degeneration because she passed the cellular degeneration. She went to the malignancy. So the support, I gave her Tuya occidentale, Aurum metallicum, Plumbum metallicum, Lycopodium clavatum, Arsenicum album, Calendula officinalis, Juniperus sabina, Concordon rango, Marsadina, and Argentum metallicum. Okay, as you see, Aurum metallicum, Plumbum, Arsenicum, and Argentum metallicum, they're all mineral kingdom. And the curative, always, the curative effect in sort of complexes are the minerals. Which I explained it yesterday. The minerals is the glue to chromosomes. And if that glue is gone, the chromosome is going to mutate and collapse. So these are the very great support, cancer support. Since she came to me and she said that she had 33% of osteoporosis. Actually, I tested with my biofeedback scan. It showed a large level of osteoporosis. So when she has osteoporosis, means her metabolism is not in anabolic metabolism, which thyroid gland is supposed to do, is an catabolic metabolism, which is destructive metabolism. Anabolic metabolism is constructive metabolism, which you build bones, you build connective tissues. But when it's switched to catabolic metabolism, it's very destructive, means it takes minerals from your bones. So it's telling us that the thyroid gland is not working. Okay, the osteoporosis is a sign that thyroid gland is not working. When the thyroid gland is not working, so is parathyroid. The parathyroid that is above thyroid glands, that is in charge of ratio of calcium and phosphorus. I talked about it yesterday, that the calcium and phosphorus has to be in a right ratio, 2:1. So the parathyroid is in charge of always bringing balance between these two minerals. So when the thyroid gland is not working, so is the parathyroid. So I worked on parathyroid for osteoporosis, and I worked on the thyroid for the tumor and nodules in order to get back to anabolic metabolism. Otherwise, catabolic metabolism could kill the patient. So what the preparation I gave for osteoporosis: Calcarea carbonica, D30, Calcarea fluorica, D12, Calcarea phosphorica. These are all calcium family. Chamomile, Hecla lava, which is a great one for osteoporosis, Mercurius rubor, and Mesotherium, and also silica. Silica is part of the bones, and so is Calcarea. Okay, but the others that they are added to this preparation are enhancing the efficacy of the main medicine for osteoporosis. Okay, I gave her like tissue salts, silica, Calcarea fluorica, and Calcarea phosphorica. And Calcarea phosphorica is the most nourishes tissue salt that I give it from babies, infants to the elderly, because this is the one that is actually is the opening up the gate of the cells. So, and also I gave him the combination of 12 tissue salts as a general tonic. As a general, Dr. Ola, you are the co-host. Please try to mute the microphones. Okay. So these are the tissue salts that I go, but I do not use any tissue salts or any of this when I do the classical treatments. Always I do it when I see the patients that is going to go to recovery. So I'm not going to talk about what is 3x or 6x or 12x because I'm going to take so long. And oligo elements also that I gave for enzymatic cofactors. So when there is the metabolism is falling into catabolic metabolism, all the enzymatic actions are going either falsely or dormant, or they're going wrong. So at this point, again, minerals come to the rescue to bring enzymatic cofactors, hormone modulators, and these are structural components. What I gave her, it was iodine, selenium, zinc, copper, calcium, and magnesium, and also manganese, copper, cobalt, and also one multi-oligo, which is 12 trace minerals. I gave this throughout a year. Okay, so trace minerals are very, very important to make the functions, the enzymatic functions, doing a correct job. Okay, so and nutrition, as I always say, nutrition is the base of everything. I remove all the foods that has goitrogens, the goitrogens such as cruciferous. Cruciferous foods are the worst you can use in thyroid conditions, no matter is tumor or hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. So these goitrogens have to be removed because they're interfering the thyroid uptake of iodine. Okay, this is something, because this is a full course, I'm not going to get into the full things, but make sure that cruciferous has to be removed from thyroid patients. And also nightshade foods that they have alkaloids. The alkaloids are also interfering with the messaging system on hormonal pathways of hypothalamus pituitary gland to the thyroid. So nightshades we all eat, like tomatoes and potatoes and everything, but I remove everything from my patients because we don't want to have inflammatory process, because these are inflammatory food. Is good to have it in healthy persons, but the persons that is having problems such as cancer, I remove all the nightshades. So because they are histamine producers. and it's mounting inflammatory process. And also I put them on all blood types. So she was blood type O, and blood type O is everywhere. I have so many books of it. So it's a genetic food, that what is best for blood type O, what has to be removed, avoid. And that's what she did, everything precisely. So the wine also is a great, contains of flavonoids, cyanosides, and it's of polyphenols. But again, it's fixing iodine at the second stage of hormonogenesis. So people that they drink wine, when they're on my treatment, I get them off. They have to stop drinking wine because it affects the hypothalamus thyroid pathways, TSH hormone, and thyroxine productions. Okay, so chemotherapy that I gave her Rosa canina, 1D dilution. I always go with the chemotherapy that falls into dilution of homeopathy. Chemotherapies are amazing embryonic remedies. They have embryonic hormones, auxin and gibberellins, that they're cleansing so profoundly, cleansing the cells. And these two are great ones for thyroid. Okay, I give it for hypothyroidism, and also cancer. Okay, the first follow-up of this case, okay, we always do follow-up. I had several phone calls with the patients to see how she feels, and she kept saying she feels better. At least her fear was removed, and she was a little bit, confident that this homeopathy treatment would help her. She felt better. But I always take notes when I do the follow-up. So it was November 28th, the first follow-up happened. So then, as I said, the cancer patient, they don't need frequent follow-ups because cancer is, it's very quiet, okay? And so the correlation of cancer is gradual, is very quiet, and also rewinding cancer to the benign also is quiet and slow. So at this point, we don't need monitoring, programs, which I do with the next patient. But with this patient, I didn't do the monitoring program. It was just the regular follow-ups. I retook her case because every time that they come follow up, I again take classical case. She said that she's feeling better generally and mentally. No fear of cancer or dying. She said, I am gonna be alive. I know that. And she kept saying, thank you. And feeling more relaxed, she said, she sleeps better. And the thing that she told me, she doesn't have nightmares. So she was positive about recovery. She said she has no worries anymore, but she wanted to always have assurance that she had to call me in between, that I am here, I'm here for her, I talk to her, and this kind of, which homeopaths with kindness and compassion, we do it. Okay. She said the generalities such as digestion, sleep, urination were fine, which was very, very interesting to see that with one dose of Letices, almost everything came to harmony. And I gave her 12 days break at this point. And I say, continue the same protocol, but reduce all medications. So all the medicines in homotoxicology, in tissue salts and everything from 3 to 2. That's the homeopathic principle. If you see any improvement in patient, in generalities, in mentalities, in emotion, or whatever, reduce the dosage, reduce the frequency of medicine. Because it means when she feels better, it means the vital force is taking it over. Don't interfere with the work of healing. Go less and less and less, and you got to get her off homeopathic protocols. This is the principles of homeopathy. It's not dependency on compliance. It's liberation and healing. Okay, so homeopathic principle reduce upon improvement, because if we keep the patient on the medicine, on homeopathic medicine, the person can go through proving, and the proving is can cause disaster. I proved, I proved many, but it was, I did it on my own, but I don't want my patients go through proving, because neutralizing, when it goes to proving, is a hard job. Okay, so that's why I'm very, very conservative that the patients is not falling into proving. That I give them break more often. Okay, so at this point, no repeat of constitutional remedy. It didn't need it, because she said she's feeling generally better, mentally better, sleep is good, digestion is good, everything is better. So why do I need to give another one, since the vital force is repairing? I'm not going to interfere with this process of repairing. So in between, she had two follow-ups in between, and she was precisely, following every single, a suggestion I made. Okay, and January 14, the second follow-up, then I repeated Lachesis Muta for only 5 days. Instead of 7 days, only 5 days. Instead of 2 times a day, only once a day. Okay, so because she was a little bit of worrying again. So, and I wanted to bring the harmony back to her mental states. So I repeated Lachesis on the second follow-up, not the first follow-up. Okay, and I asked her to continue with the same protocol and the same diet plan. So due to her long-time deficiency and postmenopausal stage, I tried to give her a little bit of female supplementations back then. So these are the 3 female supplementation. One of them is omega-3, and the other Physiosexit and Menolastica, also they are full of omega-3 for things that Dr. Karim was talking about it yesterday. Okay, again, the third follow-up, she got a new thyroid ultrasound test result, and she brought it in. She brought a copy for me, which I tried to be very collaborative with her family physician, and I asked them to send a copy to me. Okay, so the test result was that the right loop that has several nodules and tumor was smaller. But how much smaller? Not too much. Okay, and also 3 hypoechoic nodules were still detected in ultrasound. So in allopathic, interpretations, it means that there is no change. It's a little bit smaller, and 3 nodules are still there, and so it's not working. Okay, so that's their interpretations. My interpretation is different. I would explain it to you at the end of the case. Okay, so they said no significant cervical lymphoadenopathy was seen, and I asked her to continue the same protocol. At this, the third follow-up, I did not give her Lachesis, because I want to wait to see if the constitutional medicine is going to change. I have to give her something else, or it doesn't need it. Okay, because polychorus medicines, homeopathic medicines such as Lachesis, working 30 to 50 days in the body. For 30 to 50 days, they can repair the vital force. We don't need to repeat it more often. You just let it be. Let the healing takes its own process. The fourth follow-up was June 19, 2014. She had a new biopsy test done. So I was cooperating with the allopathic doctors, and she went through all the tests done. They knew that she doesn't want allopathic treatments, and they knew that she's under my care. Okay, but they did not reject her, and they did another biopsy to see what is going on. 1 nodule was gone. This new biopsy. Only 2 nodules were detected, not 3. 1 nodule was disappeared. And the nodules, actually, they were big as well. The biopsy results said there is no more malignancy on the tumor that was diagnosed malignant in the beginning. And now they say the morphology of the tumor is changed from looking malignant is no longer malignant in that biopsy. So I said, okay, we continue the same protocols, let's go on. Okay, again, I do not give homeopathic organotherapy when the disease is still active, okay? Any disease, especially in malignant cases such as cancer. I would add the organotherapy when they are improving, and especially in their maintenance, because we do not want to stimulate the organ when the tumor is active, because you're stimulating the tumor as well. Okay. So the homeopathic female endocrine organotherapy that I was going to suggest to her was including hypothalamus, pituitary gland, thyroid, thymus, adrenal, and ovaries. The entire female pathways from the brain to reproductive system. That's what I suggested to make it ready for the time that is the patient is ready to go on. Fifth follow-up. This is interesting. The fifth follow-up, the tumor and nodules were not detected through allopathic tests and ultrasound. The thyroid ultrasound test done, comparison made with most recent ultrasound, including biopsy in June 19 and previous ultrasound in March 13. The size of the right lobe of thyroid was normal. It got back to normal. The one that had tumor and several nodules. The lobe thyroid, right lobe thyroid were normal. And no tumor and nodules were detected in ultrasound. So the result came in. Endocrine thyroid specialists, actually it was oncologist, called my patient in and reported to my patient that tumor and nodules are numbed. So the numb in tumor in allopathic language means not detected. The specialist returned the patient's file to her family physician for no more visits. How did it work? How did they cannot find the tumor anymore? But in the beginning, they said, oh, the tumor is still there and the nodules are still there. I knew after the third week, they were not there. But how did they say? Because homeopathy, I can walk you through this. I would explain to you why. 6 follow-up. After her annual checkup by her family physician, she said to my patient that there is no more specialist visit to oncologist. Cytology report was normal, no more nodules and tumors detected in new ultrasound test. And next biopsy that was scheduled in 6 months was canceled. They told my patient that you do not need biopsy anymore because there is no sign of tumors and nodules. Okay, now my explanations. Tumors and nodules disappeared. They were numb in less than a year. They could not detect by sound resonance detector. They could not detect any of them. They kept telling my patients that the margin of the tumor is still showing in ultrasound for a while, but the mass was numb. So how does it work? The mass was numb. There is no echo from the tumor through the ultrasound, but they still see the margin. The reason is that's why I send a letter. By homeopathic treatment, tumors and nodules are destroyed from the center of the mass, from the nucleus to circumference, not from the margin outward. This is not the way that homeopathic medicine works, the way that allopathics do. We work from the center of the mass Anything is nodules, is malignant or benign. We work from the center to outward. That's the homeopathic principle. That's why they kept telling my patients that they still see the margin. And I kept telling my patients, listen, we don't work on the margin. We work on the nucleus. We work on the center. So during homeopathic treatment, seeing the margin of tumor in ultrasound cannot confirm an active tumor. So this is something that I told the family physicians, the patients, to tell them that that's how homeopathic medicine works. Tumor and nodules completely deteriorated in less than 14 months, and they never returned to this date, today, October 26, 2025. She and her entire family have been under my care for a various condition to this present day. And interestingly, for all these years, she never went back to her family physician or a specialist for any conditions. And I'm a kind of, they are almost 45 people in their family that are all my patients around the world, in Europe, in the United States, in Middle East, and in Canada. And I'm so honored to work with them, because that was a courage that she had to not to go through allopathic treatments. It was, for me, it was amazing. So she's completely recovered, and this is the first case. Do I have time to go to the second case quickly, because it's very short?
Sure, Prof.
Yes.
Yes, continue.
Okay.
Yes, continue.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are excited. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, that was the first things that I asked her to come to do the testimonial here. Testimonial is not a good thing to do it at an academic level, but I mean, she's been on website, and she's an advocate for homeopathy for around the world, and she said you can just call my name and everything. So, and anyways, the second case, as I said, there are 4 categories of cancer patients who are coming to see me. That's the second one. My homeopathic treatment worked efficiently because natural disease was not suppressed and complex disease was not created in the first patient, okay? Homeopathy works the best in natural disease, not in complex disease. That's why whoever says homeopathy doesn't work, because they do not know where homeopathy works and where homeopathy cannot work. It all goes back to the healing ability of the body. Okay, so homeopathy works when natural disease is not suppressed and the picture of disease is clear. Homeopathy works when the natural disease has not converted to the complex disease but by continuous suppression. Homeopathy works when the person either not going on allopathic drugs or coming off allopathic drugs. Homeopathy works when the disease is not beyond healing points. Homeopathy works when the life force is still repairable and not deflated completely, which is the vital force. And homeopathy works when the human organs such as thyroid, ovaries, breast are not removed. Okay, this is the vital force that I said. I explain to you later how come the key functions of homeopathy. So this is the natural laws and hidden principle in the world, in the cosmos, in the universe, and we are part of it. We are like a one, speck of dust in the universe. We follow the same laws. We follow the same principles. Okay, in the entire cosmos, the stronger force always destroys the weaker force. Pharmaceuticals is a stronger force, has been, and destroyed so many natural medicine around the world. Now we're going to be a stronger force, and we're going to destroy the things that is not serving humankind. If natural disease is stronger than homeopathic artificial disease, homeopathic medicine is creating a disease that is artificial and is not a disease because it's at a subtle level, but stronger. According to the laws of nature, the stronger force removing the weaker force. So in homeopathic treatments, we have to create a bigger frequency than the natural disease in order to remove the disease. If natural disease is the same level of frequency as the homeopathic disease or homeopathic artificial disease, there will be a back and forth between improvement and worsening, which creates an internal war between the two forces, and eventually makes homeopathic treatment fails and disease prevails. So, but if natural disease is stronger than homeopathic artificial disease, homeopathic treatment fails and disease prevails and evolves to advanced phases. So these are the time that we have to understand what we create. We have to create an environment to repair the vital force that is going to be stronger than the disease. If natural disease has weaker frequency than homeopathic artificial disease, the stronger force, which are the homeopathic medicine, removes the weaker force, which is natural disease. The fourth one is what we do here. We have to create something bigger than the natural disease in order to remove it. Okay, so I'm not going to get into this because it's part of the case, part of the course. Okay, let's get into the current cancer case. Breast tumor. She was female, 68 years old. She did mammogram test done in 2024. She's living in Europe, and she had 2 operations. She went on chemotherapy and radiations and allopathic medications. Okay, so now she came to me and with a lot of complaints that how I can help her. I can tell you that I got her off successfully from everything in 3 weeks. How is the case? She had 2 surgeries in a row. First time they could not find the tumor because it was very tiny. And second time they said they got it out, but they did not show it to the patients. I have no idea. So she went on chemotherapy medication for almost 1 year. And she started feeling so sick, and the side effects of drugs, her cholesterol went to the roof, blood pressure was extremely high, constant pain on joints, hands, and also on operation sites. She got into a very bad depression. She had anxiety, panic attacks, fear, anger. She was crying, weeping. She said she cannot sleep, was lack of energy. She developed conjunctivitis with red eyes, constant tearing, and glaucoma. Actually, she had it prior to the surgery, but she said that I think it got worse, and she had hair loss and thinning hair. These are the effect of chemotherapy and after during the 1 year. Okay. She's under my care right now, currently under my care. She went with the first protocol, second protocol, and third protocol, but the 4th, 5th, 6th are pending. As all my students know about my treatments, I always go with 6 protocols. That takes almost a year. And then according to each protocol, I take the case and I make my homeopathic treatments. So she's on the 3rd protocol from August on. So I successfully got her off chemotherapy drugs in 3 weeks. How did I do it? So the first protocol was classical homeopathy. The picture of this patient was lost because the picture of the natural disease was lost. And I had no choice but to go with keynote homeopathic medicine. So, but still in the domain of classical. Okay. In cancer patients, we never go high potency. We always stay in low potency because vital force is weak. I cannot handle the high potency. Okay, I went with Tuya occidentalis 12 CH, very low potency, 2 times a day for 7 days, and Conium maculatum 30 CH, once a day for 7 days. And also Arnica 30 CH, which is the universal homeopathic medicine to repair the injury after surgery, because when I saw the 2 operations still raw to me, and then I said it needs Arnica. So I gave her these 3 remedies, and I asked her after 7 days, she has to stop all of them, go on a break. Okay, the second protocol, after the classical medicine, I always go to the pathways, the same as this my protocol never changing. It's for everybody, but the only thing is individualized. It's changing to according to each case. Okay, I went to homotoxicology for liver hepatic detoxifications, and then I gave her female hormonal balance, which was the breast. Breast female is a female organ, and also because she was suffering from severe depression and panic attacks and anxiety, I gave her homotoxicology for brain harmony. So that was the second protocol I gave her. In addition to that, I gave her chemotherapy, which is part of my protocols always. Purunus amygdala 1D for hepatic renal intoxications. I gave her once a day for 3 weeks, and also rubus itis 1D for female hormonal. Because when there is a ovaries or uterus or breast, these are all related to female hormonal pathways. So in order to bring it into balance, I gave her the hormonal female chemotherapy as well. I gave her tissue salt, as I always give, for mineralizations, because the pathways medicine would not work properly if the body is demineralized. So people that they go through cancer therapy with allopathic model, they are severely demineralized. Okay, so we have to shower them by minerals. I gave her Califos, which is a brain tonic to bring her mental state back to harmony. And also calcarea phosphorica, as I said, is the most nourishes tissue salts for the cells. And also I gave her oligotherapy zinc copper for immunity, and also because cancer is the immunity issue, and also manganese copper cobalt I gave her for female hormonal. And then the third protocols, I continue with pathways. This time, first time was hepatic and liver. This time was kidney detoxifications, and also female hormonal balance and brain harmony. So the first time was the same, but it was hepatic liver. This time is the same, but instead of hepatic is kidney. Because there are 2 major emunctories that eliminating all the toxins are the liver and kidneys. Okay, I gave her chemotherapy Betula pubescens, 1D for hepatic renal, and also Vaccinum vitasida, which is a female hormonal for postmenopausal. Vaccinum vitasida is the great remedy for postmenopausal. And also homeopathic tissue salts, calcarea florica for her for osteoporosis, because she developed osteoporosis after the chemotherapy, and also I gave her silica. So after 3 weeks, no chemotherapy, and she got off all the allopathic medications in 3 short weeks. Okay, so she came back to me and she said, blood pressure is normal, cholesterol is reduced, and she asked me if she needs homeopathic treatment for cholesterol. I said no, because as we go, your cholesterol is going to be normal, because we are doing, the body is still working so much. She said she's feeling great, and she has no depression or anxiety anymore. She's back to Europe, but I asked her to continue the protocols, because 3 protocols are pending, and she's going to be follow up next week with me. And for 12 months, she's going to stay on my protocol, and then I get her off, and then I put her on maintenance. Okay, another current kidney cancer. Should I go or I can stop?
Please go, Prof.
Okay.
You should go, Dr. Parvin. Very interesting.
Okay, awesome. Oh, Dr. Kumar is in the house. Great. I can recognize your voice. Okay, Dr. Kumar, great to see you again. Okay, current kidney cancer, which is a catastrophe. What they made to this young woman is so criminal. I can say it in this, and this is gonna go viral, what they have done to this woman. She's in the United States. She started with almost a week of urinary bleeding, which if she came to me around that time, it would be so cured so fast. And they want, a couple of patches of left kidney was necrotic. The tissue was necrotic. And they did immediate operations and they removed her kidney. No treatment prior to that. They removed the kidney right away. So under severe allopathic intervention, severe, they have done so much. She became a guinea pig of this model, and they tried almost everything, a new drug that is not even in the market, the new drug that is not even be approved. They tried it on this woman. And then last month, I was in Alberta, and I received a call from the close family member that they said they sent her home, and they said they cannot do anything for her. And now say, Dr. Zarin, can you help? So again, compassion is coming to the surface, and I'm not going to argue with people that what did you do to yourself? The only thing that I try to help as much as I can, because what I have faith in the person's healing power. And as long as the heart is beating, because the very first cell that is conceived is the heart cells, and the very first cells that dies is the heart cell. I said, as long as her heart is beating, I would help her. So what did I do? So she's currently under the severe allopathic treatment, and she has done series of chemotherapy, which I have no idea, but they keep changing the dosage, keep changing whatever, and a series of radiation. Now she's under the brain radiation because it's been metastasized and it went to the brain. She's on immunotherapy, on very high, hardcore steroid medications, metastasized in the brain and lungs, currently under brain radiation, frequent seizures she's having after the radiation. The reason that the family came to me was the seizure and convulsion and paralysis of the face. So her face is paralyzed and a frequent seizure and convulsions. I invited them to come to the conference today. I don't see who is coming. Maybe they are in the conference. I wish they are. And she developed severe bones and joint pains, and she's on high core dosage cortisone. She started internal bleeding and severe anemia, and they gave her blood transfusions. And she has no energy and mostly sleeping. And they told them that allopathic treatments did not work. That's what they do. And they rejected for further treatments, and he was home bedridden. So the very first time that I did consultations, I could not do consultation with her because she could not wake up. I did it with her sister. I hope that her sister is in the conference right now. Okay, what did I do? Again, this picture of this patient's completely gone. So constitutional picture is lost due to a new complex disease, and very severe new complex disease due to severe suppressions. So I started her on October 10th. Today is October 26th, right? I started her on Nox vomica 30CH. It's a keynote remedy. I don't have her classical picture. And I gave her Arnica montana, which I give it after any surgeries. These are the 2 keynote remedies I gave her. And I put her on, I put her on pathways medicine to unblock the pathways and balance the physiology through detoxification and drainage. The chemotherapy that I gave her was birch sap. The one that they could find was Betula pubescens, but it was optional. Whatever from Betula family they can find. So they found Betula pubescens. Ribes nigrum. Betula pubescens is an amazing liver and kidneys detox drainage. And Ribes nigrum is our natural cortisone. That's how she was off cortisone. Viscum album is for tumor, for any form of induration. Ilex acifolium for her seizure. Juglans regia is an amazing antibiotic. Buxus semperviron is another cancer medicine. Fraxinus excelsior and Ligastrum vulgare is for the lymphatic system. So homeopathic tissue salts, I gave her ferrumphos. Ferrumphos is iron phosphate, which is great for inflammations. Calcarea phosphorica, natron phos, and also 12 tissue salts. And oligo therapy that I gave her is copper for immunity, and gold, copper, silver as well for immunity as well. So these are the protocols so far, because she just been my patient for today is 16 days. So first follow-up I had on October 20th, 10 days after. Okay, she's on a monitoring program with me because the cancer patients that we lost the pictures, I do the monitoring programs with them, and I am on call. Anytime that something happens, the family members calls me, or they come on Zoom, or they come on WhatsApp. They would report everything that was happening. You know, this is called monitoring programs. And sometimes I'm very busy with many monitoring programs. And she's one of them now. And I said, in between 7 days to 10 days, I'm going to monitor you. Okay. So after 10 days, the reason was because that until they get the medicine, it took maybe a couple of days. Practically after 8 days was the first follow-up. So what did she say? She said, there is no joint pain. Joint pain actually drastically reduced. And she said herself, without consulting with physician, she reduced steroid medication to half herself. And I said, okay, can you do me a favor and next week completely go off steroids and see how it works? So she said, absolutely. Okay, she said her sleep, energy, appetite, digestion is improved because practically she had no appetite and her digestion was all over. She said she's having diarrhea, constipation, sometimes nothing. And she said it's improved. And the anxiety and depression is very reduced as well. And she told me, this is something that I wanted to hear. She told me that mentally is ready to go off chemotherapy and drugs. This is very bingo for me that she said she's mentally ready to go off medications. So next week I have the second follow-up with her. They are pending. 31st, October 31st, November 10th, November 20th, and December 1st. They are the protocols that they are pending for her. The big things that happen is the pain is gone. When the pain is on joint gone means detoxification is taking place. Okay, so I'm going to monitor her for the next 12 months. And again, her follow-up visit is going to be on October 31st. Okay, I'm done with these cases. I'm not going to go through the other cases because we have so many cases, but let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for your patience to go this because this is very important for students. to know that homeopathy is a system of medicine that works with you, works with your healing power, is not a lawbreaker system of medicine that is violating and deviating from your principles, your healing principles. So we stay intact and we move forward according to the principles. Okay, thank you so much. I'm done.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
So
Can I
wonderful
have,
speech. Is there any
can I have a
question?
yes. Sorry, I'm Dr. Anggi, Prof. Professor, is the third patient she has already metastasis?
Yes.
Your patient?
Yes, metastasis in the lungs and metastasis in the brain. Currently, on severe medications for the lungs and also on radiations for the brain. And after the radiation, the very first radiation, she started having convulsions and seizures and frequent seizure. And then she got paralysis, the face paralysis. That was the time that they came to me. Yeah, the metastasis happened. So it doesn't matter to my treatments, even metastasis. But the thing is that her body is responding. Dr. Otami, I think you are familiar with my approach, and you know, the person has cancer, not the kidneys only. The entire body is cancerous, can go anywhere. These lawbreakers, these criminal cells can go anywhere. Metastasis is just an allopathic, terminology. But no matter, the person comes to me with the thyroid cancer or whatever, the whole person is cancerous. The whole person lost wisdom. The body lost wisdom. And these cells can operate anywhere. It doesn't matter the metastasis. You have to bring the vigility, the wisdom and intelligence of the body back. So, and we have to repair the vital force. Does not matter these cells are where are they? They're operating here or there. That's why I say do not touch the tumor, because the moment you're touching them, don't cut them. The moment you're cutting them, even one cell can escape and go somewhere else, and they can multiply. This is the community. The tumor is a community of criminals that they are gathering in one place. Don't touch them. Remove it. If you kill them, they kill you. It's a war. Don't create war. Create harmony. Homeopathy creates harmony, not war. Creates a bigger energy, a bigger frequency harmoniously, and the weaker frequency, which is the disease, it's going to be neutralized. This is the law. We can't go against the laws. Allopathic model has gone against the laws, the natural laws. Doesn't matter where these offenders, where these cells are going to operate. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to save this girl. It's not me saving. I'm helping her to save herself, because I don't want to call myself a healer. I'm not a healer. Her own body is a healer, but with the right mechanism. The only thing that I can offer is the best mechanism and best approach. That's why after more than 2 decades practicing and saving so many people, I'm teaching it now with confidence and conviction. That's why I want all your doctors come and learn this and help people. Okay. Any other questions?
There is no question, Dr. Parveen.
Yes, go ahead.
From the medical point of view, being in the medical fraternity for 36 years, I'm really honored. I salute you for this wonderful, wonderful way of assisting. I can feel the clients, the patients feeling, just in a span of 1 week and 10 days, if they can, the way you have assisted them in whatever the beautiful, I don't understand anything of homeopathy, but I can feel that the goodness, the thought of healing the patient. Now, this is something very, very beyond a human comprehension. And I think from on behalf of everyone down here on this platform, I salute you and you have done a great job. And I think this is a beautiful platform for all of us to learn. I'm learning a lot of things, and I feel homeopathy is an amazing tool for every one of us to look into and take the assistance, take the knowledge, and start working towards assisting the patient in terms of a perfect harmony and no war. I salute you for this. Thank you
so
very much.
Appreciate it. I truly appreciate Dr. Kumar. You're doing an awesome job too. Yes, this is something that I want to share, and it's not only these cases. I have thousands of cases, and this is all I want to tell you, that we have power. We have power within us, is endowed within us, and let's activate it. Let's activate it. We can only activate at the time that we are not deficient, we are not intoxicated, and we have great energy, dynamic energy, which is the vital force. So that's all these three things we can do, and the rest, the body does it. The body does it on its own amazingly, and this is the testimony of, not my work, the testimony of your body that can heal with no effort if you're doing it right. And I salute all of you, and I salute Dr. Henneman by doing this amazing life-saving, system of medicine that has been helping us to help the others. And it's all about the Bioquantum Academy. Our Bioquantum Academy is just saving lives. And and I want, this is my dream. I'm sure that all of your dream is that not too long, we're going to be the first system of medicine around the world. And we are doing it. And these patients are, they ask me that they're all gathered in their temples and they're praying for me. I said, thank you so much. That's all I need. I don't need revenue. That's the best revenue for me, that you pray for me. And I can be a little bit longer here and serve the humanity. Okay.
A question again, Prof.
Go ahead.
You mentioned there is 4 group, yeah, Prof. Yeah. And the last one, what is the difference between the third? I curious. Only what the difference? I mean, in the second and the third, there's no removing the organ, right? And then the third, the second, and the first and the second, there's no removing the organ. The third, removing the organ and already metastasis. And what is the fourth?
I'm just trying to find the slides for you that you can see it as well. Okay, let me just go back to see where I can find. This is the group, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
the first group, these are my thyroid patients that they do not want to go on allopathic interventions. Nothing, no surgeries, no medication, no chemotherapy, no radiation, nothing. Okay. The second group, they go and remove the tumor. Okay, but they do not want to go on medications. The only thing that they give to this model is just to remove the tumor. But the rest, they want to come to homeopathy. The third group, removing the tumor, and they go on allopathic medications, such as chemotherapy, radiation, and all those things. The fourth group, not only the tumor is removed, the organs is removed too, which was my last patient. Okay, so they removed everything, and they go through it. And if you can see from the very first one that she didn't go through allopathic medication, she recovered completely. The second one, she went for surgeries and she went for chemotherapy. Still, she recovered. She's recovering. After 3 weeks, I got her off chemotherapy. But this one, that she's gone through almost everything. So it's not gonna be, even she's gonna recover. She's gonna recover, but she has only one kidney. This is something that bothers me, because bleeding or necrotic tissues of kidney is so simple to be treated by homeopathy in just a few days, because kidneys is a soft tissue. Kidneys and lungs are so fast curable because they're soft tissues, and they can get sick fast, they can get healed fast. And homeopathy works so fast on soft tissues than the bones, that is hard tissues, right? Because the soft tissues that the nature given to us is a God-given things. These both are buffering system. The kidneys and the lungs, there are two buffering systems that they're balancing our pH levels every single moment, every single moment. Otherwise, we go to acidosis, we go to coma, we go to alkalosis, we go to coma. That's why these two the nature made it soft tissue in order to do the buffering job. So yes, that's my only concern, and things that she's gonna recover, but she's gonna end up with no kidney. And I mean, one kidney. So these are the fourth group that I still kindly helping them. And the only thing that I ask everyone is either you're following me or you please leave me. If you follow me, I would stay with you. If you don't follow me, please leave me as soon as possible. And she came to me on the first follow-up. She said, I'm ready. I'm ready to go off all those medications. I think they're, God knows how many, hardcore. That's the best gift to me. So what that happened, because she's living in the body, right? She knows that the protocol is doing something for her. And she says she's ready, because in the beginning that the allopathic model told her that we are done, we have nothing else to offer you, go home. And then they called me. That's what they told me. They thought that I'm going to reject that, right? She's still having healing power, but it's just burst. I have to repair it. She has to repair it. I cannot say that I cannot repair you, but on that time, she had no ability to talk. She had she was not willing to talk. She didn't want to go for any other treatments, but her family did. Okay, but imagine, and her family ordered the products for the medicine and whatever the process was. And the first follow-up, she came to me. Because for 10 days, it's not even 10 days, it was 8 days, the time that she took the medicine to her. She felt the difference. Because the moment you're healing, the moment you're repairing the vital force, that the healing starts, you feel good. You feel it. You're living in the body. Okay. Okay, Dr. Ola is back to you, and I'm sure that
I asked you some questions.
Yes, Dr. Suri, go ahead.
Okay, if the patient already healing process and the tumor gone already, as we know, anytime the cancer can recurrent again. So, what should we give to the patient as the maintenance to prevent the recurrence of the cancer?
That's exactly
besides the nutrition plan, besides the good lifestyle, oxygen, rehydration, and so on. About the homeopathy, what should we do for the maintenance?
Maintenance is individualized, so I do know that the maintenance of each patient is different. We don't have one prescription fits all. Is all different. So, but the time that they get into maintenance means that the cure took place. You're just maintaining the physiology.
Mm.
We already restored health, and now we are maintaining it. Okay, maintaining it depends on the individual. During maintenance, I do not give them homeopathic medicine, because homeopathic medicine jobs is to repair the vital force and brings physiology back to normal and brings homeostasis. When homeostasis is back, we don't need homeopathic medicine. But there are times that we need to, in order to maintain the restoration of health, we need still to continue with some tissue salts or like oligo elements. Nutrition is always the foundation, so we're not going to go off nutrition, is the base. But there are times that, sometimes depends on the case. Like this case, the last one, the kidneys, I know that I might have to work with her longer than the very first one, and sometimes I might work, 18 months with her, then put her on maintenance. But the recurrency has no place in homeopathic treatment, because when we restore physiology, there is no recurrency. So that's why you should not be confused with the allopathic approach and homeopathic approach. There are two different ones. Okay. Allopathic approach is a lifetime dependency and compliance. When they remove the person's kidneys, means I captured you. You're mine for the rest of your life. And you're going to be my guinea pig for any new medications until you're breathing. Homeopathy is not like that. Homeopathy says, listen, I help you heal and I let you go. It's a liberation.
But the patient should do the detoxification regularly, every 3 months, every 2 months, maybe.
There are 6 protocols always. As I mentioned, there are 6 protocols. Okay. Mm-hmm. The first protocol mostly is classical. Then I go through the pathways, which are the detoxification, drainage, immineralizations, and all those. But in the homeopathic domain, I'll go. These are 6 protocols. After 6 protocols, I take the case again and see if we have to continue. We do. If we have to stop going on maintenance, we do. We're not afraid of anything. If we have to continue or we have to stop. So it depends on the case. This 68 years old woman, it exceeded my expectations. In 3 weeks, going off complete chemotherapy and medications was amazing. I thought maybe it's going to go like 3 months. Maybe I have to repeat things for 3 months or maybe more. But it just happened. Completely. From August to now, she's on no chemotherapy medication whatsoever. And from monitoring program, now it's a once a month follow-up. So that's a power of you, Dr. Suri. This is a power of you, power of your human body that helps us to work with.
Yes.
It's
Thank
very
you.
powerful.
Thank you.
Very, very powerful. As long as you don't deviate, as long as you don't violate the healing principles. Okay. So
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much. Okay. So thank you everyone for listening to my presentations.
Do you see in chat bar there are some questions?
Oh, more questions? I think I'm going to take the day today, all day today. If the patient already removed lung or kidney, does tissue salt, chemotherapy, homotoxicology, etc. still we give to patients and organotherapy? Oh, that's Dr. Otami. Dr. Otami is individualized. And as I said, my domain, these are all homeopathy, classical medicine, homotoxicology, oligotherapy, chemotherapy, tissue salts, blah, 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 right? I give them accordingly, but organotherapy will never give them when I'm treating the cancer, when I'm treating the tumor or the cancerous body, until I know that the cancer is gone, then I give them organotherapy. Organotherapy is always last, right? But the rest I give them all. As you saw it on my cases, they're all going with the same, protocols, but different medicine. Okay, so if they remove the lung, they might have one lung left, right? One loop left. Okay, so let me. I don't know if I'm taking so long here, but I mean, when people they remove their organs, first of all, any organs is removed by surgery, by allopathic interventions. The entire body goes through a grief, lifetime grief, because of losing a loved one. The lung, ovaries, kidneys, everything is part of the family of your body. If you remove it, your entire body is crying and going through a grief. Okay, that's why everybody gets depressed, everybody gets anxious. The brain it becomes so much disharmonious, and the person goes through different, state of emotions because the body is grieving. Okay, now what do I have to do is to change the pathways, which I do it in hysterectomy. In hysterectomy, that is hypothalamus, pituitary glands, and ovaries. Hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and ovaries is HPO pathways. You all know that. I have to change it to hypothalamus, pituitary gland, adrenal, pituitary and adrenal, HPA. These are two pathways. Okay. The normal pathways that we are born with it is HPO, hypothalamus, pituitary glands, and ovaries. When somebody does hysterectomy or removing the ovaries, that pathway is gone. The female pathway is gone. The entire body is crying, going through the grief. If we don't do anything about it, that body is going to collapse. Okay? They think that physically they're healed, but at the other levels, the body is grieving. So what do I have to do as a homeopath is creating a pathway in that body that lost the female pathway. So the pathway that I create by homeopathic medicine is HPO. It's hypothalamus, pituitary gland, adrenal glands. This is a course I can talk about it 12 hours, that how I do it. And actually I had several presentations on this, on hysterectomy. And the same thing with the lungs. If they remove lungs, you have to create a pathway. If they remove kidneys, you have to create a pathway. Otherwise, the body is gonna grieve for the rest of their lives. Is it easy? No. I do it? Yes. Because it's doable, but not necessarily is easy. Okay, so Dr. Tommy, the one that they lost lungs, we have to, but the lungs is because there is another lung still, available. It could be different. But if, for example, in a hysterectomy that are completely removing the baby basket, uterus, and ovaries, we have to create a pathway, which I have done it, and I'm doing it, okay? So, Dr. Ola, do you want to go to the next presenter?
Okay. I will share my PowerPoint.
Is Dr. Rasool is there? Dr. Rasool.
Yes, I'm here. I'm audible or not?
Oh, Dr. Rasool, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I unmuted myself with my other phone, so I will be continuing with you.
Perfect.
So I think we will cooperate together. So that's first of all, I'm grateful to Professor Zareen and such an insightful discussion on homeopathy and the malignancy. And this is real beyond the mind of a human. So that's need a real deep understanding of homeopathy. I love homeopathy and natural medicine, and I believe that I will be a little bit a part of homeopathy also. So first of all, I would like to thankful to all the amazing speakers for waiting, and also I'm so sorry for a little bit technical issues. So I believe that that would be. I will not take too much time. I will directly go to my presentation, and then we will continue with my uh, a little bit practice in natural medicine, and I hope that you people will enjoy. I hope that my screen will be sharing to all of you. My screen is visible.
Yes. We don't have. Oh yes. Now we have your slides.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to the abstract I have submitted to all of you was about the fascial palsy. I will a little bit touching fascial palsy, and then we will be discussing the autoimmune disorders, that how natural medicine healing a patient with autoimmune disorder. So this was my patient, and with fascial palsy, and you people know about the fascial palsy or Bell palsy. That what is it? That this is the patient was in acute state. It was not in a chronic state. So the first pattern of symptoms that he developed was the paralysis of the fascial muscle and loss of taste and ophthalmalgia, which eye pain. So these were the main three clinical feature of this patient, and the other symptoms that he has developed was stress related to this and loss of appetite also. So when we are intervening the patient with natural medicine, so we are basically focusing on six essential factors. So, but the patient was of facial palsy, and I thought that the symptoms that he have is mostly related to facial palsy. So here is the modern medicine. Some times that we know that it make easier more for us to understand the human physiology and anatomy. So I appreciate in this case, but the modality is different from us, that we know that we are treating the whole body and we have a concept of holism, and the modern medicine are targeting the symptoms, are targeting the targeted part. So we are basically targeting the whole body. We are not, we have no disease. In the concept of natural medicine, we believe that there is no, if there is a disease, so we know that the whole body is affected, not just a single organ or a single tissue is going to be affected. So as we know that if we are talking about the etiology of the facial palsy, we know that it might be due to viral infection or herpes simplex virus. This is most common, and sometimes temperature change make and might be due to the inflammatory condition or vascular ischemia, local edema, which make the facial nerve dysfunction. So it might be idiopathic, because many research articles have not yet proved that wide facial palsy or Bell palsy is uh, occur. And if we know about the pathophysiology, we are simple that there is an inflammation in the facial nerve. But in our system of medicine, in natural system of medicine, we are discussing that the phlegmatic nature of the patient is reduced in Unani system of medicine, because we are practicing here in Pakistan Unani system of medicine. So and in traditional Chinese medicine, we say that there is a yang deficiency. Yeah, we say that this is a yin excess. So I am trying to make it simpler more and correlate with modern medicine, so that each and every practitioner and students can understand it easily. So there is this yin deficiency, yin excess or yang deficiency leads to oxygen supply, and we know that oxygen is the basic spirit for all human beings. And there is no oxygen, there will be no contraction of the muscles properly, and this leads to weakness of the facial muscles. So and in when we are basically targeting with natural medicine, we are basically restoring the the yang and balancing the yin. So we are basically balancing the yin and yang. So this is the constant, and we in a Unani system of medicine, we are basically bringing the body into more melancholic state. Yeah, we say that we are bringing the body more to we said that to heart condition. They mean to contract muscle, because in Unani system of medicine, we have four organs, and we know that if there is the excess of phlegm, so we said that there is the suppression of nervous system. So we are basically targeting opposite organs like hearts to stimulate the organ and make excess the flow of energy. So you in the previous slide, you have already I discussed that basically the loss of oxygen supply, yeah, ischemia, due to ischemia, there is a nerve dysfunction occur. So we want to restore back this nerve back into their normal state, in the normal physiology, and then the nerve starts proper working, and then will muscle contraction. So how I targeted this patient, let flow. So I said that there is a clinical feature. The another thing was in this patient, the hypersensitivity to to sound. So this was also in homeopathic medicine is more individualized, if you said that, because it's completely targeting the pattern of symptoms of the patient. So I love in this case homeopathy because it morely deepening the understanding of a doctor of and to understand the patient more properly. So this is another thing. So in integrative medicine, we are basically emphasizing, we have four modalities. So first of all, I would like to explain these also. The first thing is the that we are basically focus is the diet of the patient. Whatever is the condition, we are basically changing the diet of a patient. And another is the where he is living. So we have 6 essential factors. So where he is living, we are changing the state of the patient. And the next is the part is the regimental therapy. So acupuncture and chiropractic and cupping therapy is a part of the regimental therapy. So I will be explaining these 3 modalities, that how we are now we are giving medicine to patient. Before we are going to intervene with the regimental therapies, that basically we are not now we are I have not given any kind of medicine to this patient, and this patient was restored with this regimental therapies. So the first thing that I done for my patient was this was the patient. So firstly, I go for the manual examination and bimanual examination and physical examination. Physical examination, because you are looking to the patient, and then I palpate the mandibular joint, and also facial nerve test also. So for that, there was a problem in mandibular joint, because the if you want to in chiropractic, if you in osteopathic medicine, if you want to make the nerve transmission proper, you should to subluxate the joint where the nerve have the course. So where the nerve is going, you should to clear the pathway of this nerve. So we have basically I had done for the same patient, and the needle I used for this patient. So firstly I done cupping therapy, and completely he have the left sided facial nerve palsy, and I done completely the whole to restore the ischemia, to restore the oxygen supply to the facial muscles also and nerves. So firstly I done the cupping therapy, 5 minutes, and and then I done chiropractic techniques to release the mandibular joint. For that, I targeted for the first I done cupping therapy, and then chiropractic to release the temporomandibular joint. And some a little bit difference was uh, in the patient when I have done chiropractic techniques. But to restore the nerve function again, you should to target the facial nerve, and we know that facial nerve have an important function. Loss of taste is because of due to this dysfunction. No, because we have you people might be know that or not, that facial nerve have 5 branches. So with acupuncture I targeted the whole 5 branches, and the first session I gave to this patient for 25 minutes completely. He was recovered in 3 sessions, and these were the points I selected: the small intestine 18, small intestine 17, and stomach 5, and gallbladder 3, and Qianxing, and triple energizer 18. And you look at these points, you people might be know that gallbladder is have another function. How, what is the role of this point to the facial nerve? So that's basically the integrative medicine, and this is the concept of holism, that we are not only targeting the only single organ, but we are basically targeting the whole body. And let me explain the points that are basically related to the facial nerve, like the posterior auricular branch is basically related to triple energizer 18, and auriculotemporal branch is basically Qianxing, and zygomatic branch is basically gallbladder 3, and buccal branch that basically supplying tongue and stomach 5, and mandibular branch was small intestine 17, and the cervical branch was small intestine 18. And that I already said that I done the chiropractic techniques first, then acupuncture to open the to subluxate and open the temporomandibular joint. And with that, you should also adjust the cervical region and thoracic region of the patient to balance the parasympathetic and sympathetic nerve supply. So this was the intervention, and you look at the branches of the facial nerve, and these are the function of facial nerve, that what are the basic function of facial nerve and where it is basically supplying. So to make it more clear and understandable for each and everyone. So I will not taking too much time, and we should to go for the this is the my basic intervention, that what I have done. This was the gallbladder 3, and this is the small intestine 18, small intestine 17, and small stomach 5, and also triple energizer 18, and also the thigh yang and gallbladder 3 and small intestine 18 and stomach 5 and small intestine 17 was related to temporal branch. And also this I have not applied this point triple energizer 22, but this also helps to relieve in facial nerve palsy. So I have not targeted any kind of posterior part of the skull, but just only the main face, because I given the 3 modalities, so that's enough. And this combined modality make 10 times most faster recovery in patients. And these are the basic diagnosis I have done, and these type of chiropractic adjustment I have done specifically for temporomandibular joint. And this is have an amazing result. You can also go for the electroacupuncture. It makes more faster recovery, and also it really helps. And the next thing is basically the integrative management of autoimmune disorders. So we will be focusing on that also, as we know that autoimmune disorders are basically such disorder that self body is attacking various tissue and organ. Like these are rheumatoid arthritis specifically, joints are mostly affected, and multiple sclerosis specifically skin and other also. So whenever we are basically balancing the autoimmune disorders or malignancy, specifically cancer, so the first thing is basically that I have focused on, that you should do change the diet of the patient. Can you imagine that why cancer is going to be spreading day by day? We are bringing cancer to our own home, into our own body, in the form of all those products that are basically made by anthropogenic, the man-made sources. And that is the main cause of, whenever we are going far away from natural, we will be suffering for more from such kinds of disorders. And nearer to nature make you balance, because nature is the basic. And Hippocrates and Avicenna explain this better. And even the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also emphasize on the nature, that heal you, nature heal you. And we are not in naturopathic medicine, we are not giving any kind of such kinds of medicine that are synthesized by human. We are not giving anthropogenic sources. We are giving all those medication that are derived from natural sources, and we want to make more nearer to nature. The body, we want to make more nearer to nature. The more nearer to nature the body own system will be restored, the body pathology will be restored, and physiology will be there. And we need to in autoimmunity, we are not focusing to suppress the immunity. We want to balance and to modulate this immune system, that taking our own body system. And this is the beauty of traditional medicine and integrative medicine, that how it balance the immunity. And we had made more simpler things, more simpler, that there is 4 organs, you should to balance one of them. If there is the excess of one, you should to balance the another one. And that is the beauty of traditional Chinese medicine and naturopathic medicine. And we know that this is the modern medicine pathophysiology, that the loss of cell tolerance activate the auto reactive lymphocyte and the production of the inflammatory mediators and other things, and that leads to inflammation, and that inflammation proceeding, and that lead to autoimmune disease, and that progressing. And there is the problem, loss of cell tolerance. Where there is loss of cell tolerance, you should not go for the suppression of the immunity. You should to balance it. You should to restore the self-tolerance. Where there is a loss, you should to be you should to restore this loss. And this is the principle of natural medicine and the principle of nature. Okay, and whatever basically the cause of the disease, because there is a self body is basically targeting our own body tissues and cells and organs. You should to balance this. And first of all, we should to identify the stress that that might be due to environmental factors that basically you are basically exposing. That I have said that we have 6 essential factors. The first one is your air. Where do you live? You should to have a clear air. And if you have clear, you have no kinds of such kinds of diseases. And the next is the what do you eat? What do you eat and what do you drink? What type of things you are taking? If you are taking and eating and drinking good things, you will not be suffer from any kind of disease. And nowadays we are basically, the problem is that why these diseases are basically spreading day by day, that we are going away from such kinds of things. And if the patient wants fast recovery, do you believe that if you are living from 20 or 30 or 40 years, whatever your age, did you ever focus that I should live in a natural environment? I should eat natural things. I should eat good things. I should have a good exposure to air. And these are the 2 things we have not yet done. And the third thing is basically your elimination and excretion. How the 6 essential factors I am discussing. That what is basically you are excreting, whatever you are eliminating. And the next thing, if there is not proper elimination, we should restore this. And the 4th thing is basically mental activity, and this is very much important. And psychological repose. What is your environment, in what stressful environment you are living? We should to restore this. And this is the principle of Unani medicine and natural medicine. And the last thing is your physical activity. If you are not following all these 6 essential factors, you never thought that I will have a healthy life. And with I will be explaining the cupping therapy, that how does, if you are basically in such an environment, what if you want to stay healthy and longer life, how you should to restore your age with cupping therapy. So we will also be focusing on that. And acupuncture, and now there is many more researchers that find that acupuncture have balancing the T helper cell activity, and reducing the pro-inflammatory cytokines such as IL-6 and tissue necrotic factor alpha, and enhancing the circulation and lymphatic flow. And this is the basic. This is the basic physiology in each and every organ. If either the organ is deficient from immunity, either the organ is deficient from circulation, either the organ is deficient from nerve supply, and these are the basic things. If you want to restore and acupuncture restoring all this, and now there is no need of any explanation that how does acupuncture work. We know the anatomy and physiology of each and every of human body and human skin, that what things are. There is blood supply, there is lymphatic supply, there is receptors that are activated, and acupuncture are the same. And we are thankful in this case to modern medicine that it make it easier to understand more deeper. But when we are focusing on the traditional philosophy, no one can understand it better. Why? Because it's difficult. It does not have such evidences that there is evidence based we have, but not like that modern medicine made it simpler. And sometimes I'm thankful to modern medicine in this case that, I said that mental calmness and stress resilience also is basically acupuncture. And in my opinion, if you have a little bit knowledge about health, you have just with single acupuncture point, you can restore 100 of diseases. And you cannot believe it. Because, and we are not emphasizing that a single acupuncture have a single function. A single acupuncture point have 100 functions. And we have a proof in case of patient. And this is the beauty of acupuncture, and this let me explain it more better, that how acupuncture work. And this is from research article. You can look at that. This is the needle, and this is the anatomy and histology of your skin, and how does it stimulating the various inflammatory mediators, and how it restoring and balancing it. And let me, this is an experiment on rates, and how does acupuncture restoring it. And this is the inflammatory mediators. You can look at that, how it's working. Some people saying that it's work unlawfully. No, it's work at mitochondrial level, and this is the proof, and you can look at that. And we have no need to explain this in more detail. And osteoarthritis and in these cases it's work better. And I have a very successful story of this. So basically, and when we are basically looking at the cupping therapy, and cupping therapy is also working on specifically on detoxification and all those that basically that I already explained, that how it's stimulating. Because the same as you are applying needle, here you are applying cup, and it restores homeostasis. It decreases the oxidative stress and muscle stiffness. And if you are cupping therapist and you want to treat autoimmune disorder or malignancies, you should to focus on 3 organs mainly. That in my clinical practice, if you want to have a prolonged life, you should do, the first one is your spleen. You should to focus on that. And the next one is your liver. And you people know that liver have function. And the third is your kidney. If these 3 organs are working, if you are targeting only these 3 organs, you have a longer life. And this is the proof. I have a patient of psoriasis, and just with 3 sessions of cupping therapy with single intervention, he was recovered, and no medicine I have given, just to follow the diet plan. He has psoriasis from last 3 years, but not recovered. And then just in 3 cupping session, I have recovered this patient. And this is the beauty of cupping. And we are not basically saying that cupping have no pharmacological action. Let me give some explanation on this. So these are the basic theories. These are the basic theories related to pain theory and nitric oxide theory, activating immune system and blood detoxification theory. These are all the basic. And you should to need these three in any kind of malignancy, in any kind of disease. You should to restore the homeostasis of body. And here is this in more detail. You can look at the how it activating the body primary and secondary messenger system, and how it balancing. And mainly chiropractic is basically specifically for joints and muscle restoration. And I believe that specifically all those kinds of disorders that are basically related to pain, that really help. And with chiropractic, and you cannot believe sleep desk and osteoarthritis patient with a chiropractic are restoring with acupuncture, because you need to chiropractic is a manual therapy, and it's just restoring the what we saying, the sympathetic and parasympathetic system. And you should to restore this with chiropractic, and it really helpful, specifically all muscles and joint related disorder. It really helpful and have amazing result within 5 minutes. You are basically saying that I've recovered. And there are many doctors specifically, I'm not forgetting all those specifically allopathic doctors, and other also basically they are giving medication. But I think that you should to learn it, that really help you, because chiropractic is a manual adjustment. If you are giving medication to a patient let's suppose of having a pain in the neck, and you are giving medication to him, you are going far away. You are basically we said you are basically expanding the recovery of the patient. It make it more delayed recovery. But chiropractic, just in a 5 minute, a patient will say, I'm okay. That's a magic. And chiropractic is really a magic. You cannot believe it. And to restore these things, you should to need a combined therapies. Then you have, and these are the basic related that how basically chiropractic techniques helps to restore the body. And I think there is all there as a doctors, and I don't need any kind of explanation related to these because I have firstly I have taken too much time from all of you. And when we are basically targeting malignancy, so we are giving combined modalities medicine. We are giving specifically all those medicine that are anti-cancer. Specifically, there I have with one oncologist session with one oncologist, and we were discussing about the curcuma longa, the magic of curcuma longa. You people know that commonly it is called haldi in Hindi and Urdu. And that she I have explained to her that our medicine does not work on only single system. We are targeting multiple system of body, and you can pick a single plant. A single plant has not single function. A single, just a curcuma longa that is being used for various inflammatory condition. Where there is inflammation, you should to give it. And colon cancer, pancreatic cancer are restored with curcuma longa, just with a 500 mg capsule. And there is various research articles available. You can search it. And we have that. But I'm saying that with a single drug, With a single plant, you cannot record this. You should to give with combined therapies. In my experience, because I am new, a younger, you people have much more better experience than me. But that I experience in my 5 to 6 years of experience in traditional medicine, you should to give combined treatment, and then you have a faster recovery. Because nowadays patients want faster recovery, and if you want to make his recovery or her recovery faster, you should to give combined modality. And I am learning each and every system. Allopathy, I am also not saying that allopathy, but just for the that I said that it make it easier for us to understand the human physiology. Traditional medicine have own beauty, homeopathic have own beauty, Unani system of medicine have own beauty, traditional Chinese medicine have own beauty, but we should to peak. But that I have already focused that the best treatment is your nature. You should to go for nature if you want to get faster recovery. And I think I have taken too much time. I don't know, but I am grateful to Parveen Zareen and also to all the amazing speakers and students for joining and bearing me for such a long presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rasul. That was amazing. It was just wonderful to hear integrative medicine from a chiropractor and naturopath. So it was a great presentation. Thank you so much. Anybody has question from Dr. Rasul? You were so
wonderful.
clear. Yeah, go ahead. Any questions? I don't see any questions on the chat. Yes, whatever Dr. Rasul just said, it just resonates with me. So everything, all angles and all part of, integrative medicine under the umbrella. And I know that he's specializing in chiropractic and naturopathic medicine, and they all have a rule. There are times that even my patients don't. Sometimes I ask them, "You don't need homeopathy. Just go and see a chiropractor." With muscle skeleton adjustment, it's been a ancient therapy, ancient treatment from 1,000 years ago. The same thing with cupping, the same thing with acupuncture. These are all non-medicinal treatments. There are a lot of cases that they're not candidates for medicinal treatments, even for homeopathy. They can go easily on to non-medicinal treatments, which they're doing a great job for them. And even acupuncture, which is non-medicinal, but still does the same thing as homotoxicology does. Opening up the pathways. So at the time where the energy is blocked, it's because we're working with energy, right? It's opening up the gateway, the meridians, and all those things. Every single treatment that is being developed from ancient times has a purpose. All of them has a purpose. So you're putting them together, like Dr. Rasul put them all together. It's an amazing combination to me. There are times that Dr. Rasul, maybe your patients do not need me, so do not need homeopaths. Yeah, but there, as I said, as Dr. Rasul said, every single individual is manifesting things differently, right? So is their treatment. Treatment should be customized for them. I have patients throughout my practice, and it's not an easy thing to say to the patient that you're not a good candidate for my domain, but I have no choice but to tell them. Not too many, but there are some people that I said, listen, you better to go to see somebody else that they're doing this, doing that, And that's why we have to be open-minded in this natural domain. We have to be open-minded. There are so many different modalities that they're following the natural disciplines, which they don't violate natural laws and healing principles. Some individuals, they're good candidates for them. So thank you so much, Dr. Rasool, and that was perfect, awesome, and I hope that Dr. Rasool and the Academy would soon collaborate because he's the president of the University IUA in Pakistan. And
Inshallah, we will be collaborating, and also we are inviting all such speakers that who want to guide our students specifically. It will be an honor for us to host Parveen Zareen, inshallah, and
thank
that
you.
would be a great honor for us because she is the great name in specifically in homeopathy, and that would be specifically one of the motivation for our student to be with us, inshallah. And IUB Healthcare Society and Anti-Narcotics and Healthcare Society will be grateful. And we want to bring all such great leaders in the field of traditional, modern, or alternative medicine to make our students more motivated, and bringing all such great leaders. We will be in front of the IUB Anti-Narcotics and Healthcare Society. And inshallah, I hope that you people will be giving such presence to us, inshallah.
Yes, for sure. We are here to, that's the whole purpose of this movement is to bring us together and bring all the knowledge that we have, you have, everybody has, bring it to the world. And that's the best way is to the collaboration between academic institutions, such as your university and Bioquantum Academy. It's gonna make a huge difference. So I'm just looking forward to it, Dr. Rasool. And again, thank you so much for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dr. Ullah, you just sent me something. I don't know, by accident, it's just disappeared. Did you send me something on the? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Any questions from the whatever Dr. Rasool said is just resonate with the whole platform. So that I don't think there is any confusion or any. When there is no confusion, there is no question. So if people, students ask me a lot of questions, the reason is that maybe I'm not clear or they're confused a little bit. But generally speaking, my treatments maybe it's completely new to so many people, and especially medical doctors, and that's why they wanted to get to the bottom of it. Okay, but the only thing that I can say that without taking the courses of what we teach, their confusion always going to remain. So if you really want to get to the bottom of it and to really understand how, for example, homeopathy or integrative medicine would help to heal very malignant conditions, you got to get into a step by step. We are just giving you a little bit of, the whole thing. It's just a sample we're sharing with you, but a lot of different process that you have to get into to really understand how it works from person to person, from person to person. And this is not an easy thing. We got into the very difficult medical field as homeopaths and integrative medicine, which is very hard for medical doctors, allopaths, because their training is so easy. It's a general thing, it's antibiotics, it's anti-inflammatory, and not for us. For us, it's a custom-made kind of, treatments and protocols, the way Dr. Rasool just said, but some for acupuncture, some for this, some for that, anyways, This is great. I learned so much today. Okay, thank you again. Dr. Ola, is back to you if you want to introduce the next speaker.
Yes, I want to present my PowerPoint.
You're the next speaker, or Dr. Seri is the next speaker?
You are the chairperson, as you wish.
You are the first speaker? You are the next one?
No, you are the main moderator. You will select it who will the main. I think there are the Sri Budiwati is the speaker.
Okay. No, my question is, if you have to leave, then you can do the, but if you're staying, so Dr. Suri is next, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dr. Ula, if you want to first, it's okay for me.
It's okay?
Until
I will wait. No problem. You can continue.
First. You first.
It's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you all to joining me, and I am sharing my PowerPoint, and I will make a little bit speech about something. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. First of all, I want to introduce myself. This is Niamatullah. I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I am a second generation homeopathy doctor. I completed my bachelor in homeopathy in 2015, and I am doing my father business, and I am working for women's health in my home country, and I try to serve my best for every people who are the underserved people in my area. Last couple of months ago, I visited in rural area. There I found a lot of people don't find treatment, not allopathy, not homeopathy. They don't find any kind of treatment. More than 50% in my country, in rural area, in coastal area, they don't find treatment. So most of the patients are died without treatment. So I think homeopathy is the best way to serve them the wonderful medicine. And every month I try to free camping for them. So I will share my experience. So thank you all. Now I am continuing my presentation. In this presentation, I will show you our collaboration, why I make MPT care protocol, and what is the condition of this MPT care protocol, and my upcoming role, and the heart of MPT care protocol, women's health condition we treat with homeopathy. And I will share some real story that I cure with homeopathic medicine, and what is the global situation of health of women's. And you can join our volunteer movement, and some questions I include in my presentation, and that's all. Let's go. So women's health is really challenging in our planet, because most of the women, their hormonal changes is so many times, from younger level to menopause level. So it's really a different way. So most of the patient we find hormonal imbalance, infertility, cyst, and burnout, a lot of women's issues. So in my perspective, I learned homeopathy from my father. He was started homeopathy in 1978, and he was also bachelor on homeopathy, and he started homeopathy laboratory, and then he convert in classical homeopathy. We are practicing LM potency in 2000 since 2000, and now we are doing well, and we have institute about LM potency. So this medicine is really wonderful, because homeopathy is the only one way that we can cure from chronic disease from body, mind, and soul. You know what is health? Health is not only physical solution. It's totally combination of body, mind, and soul. So we can easily solve by homeopathy to everybody. Most of the patient in my country are taking homeopathy, and more than 40% are taking homeopathic medicine. And not only homeopathy, herbal, and Ayurvedic, but homeopathy is their main choice. 68% choice is homeopathy for their main medicine. And another medicine also herbal medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. So we have a protocol. In this protocol, we are say that we are focused on classical homeopathy, emotional therapy, and nutrition into one healing system, the Ambedkar protocol. We rebuild lives, not just treat disease. So disease is a focus on vital force. So vital force is only one, so medicine will be only one. So sometimes vital force is affected by condition, uh, natural condition. Most of the patients in my country are artificial disease, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, cancer, and now is diabetes, and another is thyroid disease. All are artificial disease. So what you'll do about artificial disease or lifestyle disease? If you will return last day, Dr. Parvin Chereen said the clock will back. So this is the cure system, because all artificial disease will be removed by your healthy lifestyle, and you should. In my country, medicine is really easy. Go to shop, they will give medicine. They don't need any prescription. So most of the patients are mismedication. Do you know mismedication? Mismedication is the effect of medicine. Okay, 90 more than 90 of patients are cause of mismedication. I think cancer also mismedication disease. Okay, this is my father's research that cancer is not natural disease. It's totally a mismedication or artificial disease. When you will be a surgery or operation, any kinds of tumor, or you will be damage any kind of words, tumor, or any kind of cell, then it will be expand so quickly. So in the basis of homeopathy, we are treating vital force, not any kind of disease. So tumor only, or not only tumor, there are a lot of disease in one body. There may be diabetes, there may be cancer, there may be high pressure. So there may be several types of disease. But what you'll do, you will give disease basis medicine or vital force immunity basis medicine. If you give immunity basis medicine, then medicine will be only one medicine. Or if you will give disease basis medicine, you should give several types of disease. And if one patient, he or she has high pressure, diabetes, stroke, or other three disease, three medicines. So we are following single medicine. So, and the patient's results is very good, because we are doing more than from 1978 to 2025, more than 47 years we are doing our business. So most of the ovarian cyst and menstrual patient, fibroid, infertility, menopause, hormonal disorder, a lot of women's health are, they are finding solution. I want to share a real story. I'm showing a picture. She is unmarried, and in my country, her age was 18 years old. And in my YouTube, they give wonderful feedback, a wonderful review, but the voice was Bangla, or local language. So there she said she got ultrasonogram, and there she found cyst, and she was shocked, because doctor said she have to remove it. Then she come to me within 3 months, and they're finding solution. And after 3 months, I gave him ultrasound and found there is no cyst. So homeopathy is energetic medicine, and I give him only one medicine on the basis of her vital force. So now she's okay. So every day we are found lot of patients, and in my country, another case I can share. 22 years old girl here, menstrual pain, when she got painful period. Then she came to me and I give him magnesia phos, and she got wonderful result. So if you will enter the practice, Henneman was not homeopathy doctor. Henneman was allopathic doctor. He was MD on allopathy, and he continued more than 10 years this allopathic practice. After that, he convert in homeopathy. After then, he changed his uh, theory that no, this is not solution. So everybody, if you have a idea, then you should enter, you should start this journey. Then you can find wonderful solution. Uh, in menopausal transition, we use sepia, another patient. I got wonderful result. Most of the breast cancer patient, we found a wonderful result by Salacia, Thuza, and Calcarea carb. Lot of patients we are used these types of medicine because in my perspective, I think now tuberculosis miasm is expand everywhere, because every disease are not normal disease. In 10 to 20 years ago, we found natural disease, but now after pandemic, we are finding a lot of tuberculosis miasmatic disease like diabetes, heart disease, stroke, cancer, and a lot of chronic disease. Natural disease all are suppression. So there is no solution without homeopathy. The patient, and the patient is no way to take homeopathic medicine, but we should prepare ourselves. This is my opinion. If we will prepared, we can give them wonderful medicine and they got solution within few months. Because now ChatGPT, we are using ChatGPT, we can ask ChatGPT, and now we are live in AI, artificial intelligence. So everybody can use the solution from find solution from ChatGPT. Every patient, they are searching on YouTube, they are searching on Google. They are so advanced as like us. So what we'll do, just I think that the empathy care, we have prepared empathy care. Empathy care means M means my father name Mutalib, P means philosophy, T means treatment. Homeopathy is totally a philosophical treatment. Okay, so philosophical treatment, empathy care means Mutalib philosophy treatment care. So we are doing our philosophical treatment by homeopathic medicine. That's all. And every kinds of patient we are treating, but severe patient, when the patients has hemoglobin below 10, and then we transfer to take the transfusion of blood. So the empathy care protocol we are taking. And women's health in Bangladesh, in more than 90% are people are patients are women. So that's why I am choice this women's disease. And in my clinic, I am practicing in 3 clinic in Dhaka and outside of Dhaka. Their patients are available, and they say that no, homeopathy is working well. So in scientifically, I want to say that we should uh, we should raise our immunity. Okay, we don't focus any medicine. First of all, we should focus how to increase our immunity. Then we will focus which medicine is good. So this is the volunteer movement. We can easily connect with us, and I have some tips for women's health. And because we are every day doing yoga, we are doing meditation. Now treatment system after pandemic, treatment system is totally changed, because most of the healthy people, they are really conscious about their health. So I really prefer to suggest everyone to take these types of thing, because prevention is better than cure. And before disease, you should prevention. Without prevention, we can't give solution. So some questions people ask a lot of time, that can homeopathy cure these types of disease? And I said yes, of course. If you use homeopathic medicine 3 to 7 days, if you find some solution, then you can continue. After 1 month or after 3 months, you should go for other investigation like ultrasound, blood test, or any other test which is favor for on the basis of the patients. And some patients are saying, is safe during pregnancy, homeopathic medicine is safe? Yes, I said yes, completely. Homeopathic medicine is safe, because now in my country, most of the cesarean patient available, because all hospitals are commercial in Bangladesh. I don't know in other country. In Bangladesh, all hospital are commercial. Uh, they are giving lot of investigation for all patients. They don't they have not enough time. Doctors are so busy. They don't give they give only 10 to 15 minutes for a patient. But in homeopathy, in my perspective, I try to give half hour to 1 hour for any kind of chronic patients. Then I serve medicine. So, and some patients are asked that how many time to heal. I said 2 to 6 months on the basis of the chronic disease. So you are all are welcome to my country, and we all are welcome in my website. You can find every kinds of informational uh, news from my website about my country's health condition. That's why I want to interrelate it with you. And every year I try to continue awareness about uh, cancer prevention. And next February, 4th February is the World Cancer Day. So in my country, we are arranging prevention cancer awareness about cancer. So you are all are invited, and I am giving everybody to free consultation for homeopathy. So I think I'm complete my presentation. And last, I want to say that I'm working for 3 things. Number 1, women's health. Number 2, I want to reduce the treatment cost, because nowadays every doctor, every hospital, every health related company, they are commercial. But in my country, in Bangladesh, what will do the patient? They don't find better doctor, they don't find better facility, they don't find solution for their disease. So I try to reduce the treatment cost. And last, I want to expand LM potency. This is the Henneman 6th edition. So we have an institute, and I try to expand this LM potency. We are using LM potency last 25 years. So we are finding wonderful solution. So these 3 things, my motive, my uh, understanding, think, and everybody are. Thank you so much for giving me time, and I hope I can understand. I can present myself. So see you in next any other conference. Until then, bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Awesome. That was awesome, Dr. Ola. You nailed it. Perfect. So yes, Dr. Ola is a generations homeopath in Bangladesh. His father was a homeopath. He's now is himself also is a homeopath. So it was a great testimonials for his cases. So any questions for him? He's focusing, he's having campaign. I think you guys go and see his campaign on YouTube, that he's doing it around his country. And that's how homeopaths are. Homeopaths treat people with compassion, kindness, and generosity. And you're in every aspect, you are different than allopathic models that they teach doctors what to do. And definitely they're different. They're not charging people, medical doctors. They're covered by their own, government or their own healthcare system or whatever. So, but generally speaking, they get paid, right? They get paid by them. So us, no, us, no matter what they have done to us during the past decades, but we still, they didn't kill our compassion. And you can tell that Dr. Ola is one of them, that he's doing so much for female health in his country. I used to do campaigning after campaigning. Yeah, I am a grandparent of homeopathy in Canada. Dr. Ola is such a young homeopath. You still have room to do it. Personally, I cannot run any campaigns anymore because I'm so occupied with the academy. But I adore you and I salute you, Dr. Ola, for doing this and helping another human being. So when it comes to LM potency, unfortunately, we don't have, Health Canada does not allow LM potency in Canada. I have no idea why. So we try not to get into that, but LM potency is in 6 editions of Dr. Honeyman's, but CH was the original homeopathic potency for Dr. Honeyman. So I just want to make sure that nobody gets confused with the potency. So when it comes to the art of homeopathy, homeopaths are practicing differently. Okay, so it depends on what is available in their countries and how they are trained. So it's different, but the science and the philosophy concept of homeopathy with principles remains the same. And yeah, you said Chat GPT. Who's going to go to Chat GPT for homeopathy? I never heard of that. So because how come artificial intelligence can individualize a treatment before seeing the person? Or because one thing that I want to tell everybody that who wants in the future get into homeopathy is that it's not only that what we take notes of what the patient says to answers to our questions, our observations. We observe the person. Our observation is one of the main key in order to understand the way that they're talking, the facial expressions, the body expressions, and how they, like, for example, I am full of expressions, right? But I have patients that are like this for the entire 2 hours. Okay, are they getting the same medicine? No, they don't. Even they come with the same pathology terminology, they don't get the same. So what Dr. Allah said that people are going to Chat GPT, this can misguide you. It's very, very misguiding. But I mean, the radar is things, but I'm sure that Dr. Ola is not using it. But if he's using it, maybe it's in addition to the observation that he does, right? That you take the case, you observe the patient. Now for confirmation is like a radar, you give it to the things, but it's just directly going to Chat GPT to ask for example, any kind of cyst or induration on fibroid or any kind of, menstrual spasm or whatever. It depends, we know that some universal medicines such as Magphos, magnesium phosphorus, which is amazing for a spasm, for colic, could be in any case, but there again, we're not going to just rely on that what they tell us. Personally, I'm a homeopath for decades and I don't even work with radar, so I just go to my materia medica. So if I know it, I know it. If I don't know it, I go to my materia medica. That's how I am. I had 2 radars just sitting there in the corner. I never used them. I go to the materia medica because it's refreshing me as a homeopath, and also it's the only one I trust. It's my materia medica.
Yes.
whatever comes to the computer or whatever comes on Google or this and that, unless I am 100% confident about it, that's different. But I have to be confident. I go to, from A to Z of the medicine to understand that I am right. So that's how I'm old school. Okay, I'm old school. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Ola. And let's go to the next one. Please, doctors, please make your presentations short that everybody can present. And so let's go for the next one. Dr. Suri. Dr. Suri
Yes.
Budiwati. Okay, I'm proud of you, Dr. Suri. So she's in a integrative diploma program, and she's going to graduate in December. But on the other hand, she took all homeopathy courses, designated medical homeopathy. And after she finishes this diploma, I hope that she's going to continue to get the next diploma. That's for to add it to her practice. So Dr. Suri, the floor is yours, and you can share your PowerPoint and see, because I did not get your research yet, but now you're sharing it with me.
Okay, I will share my presentation today. So
the students today, their research is on anti-aging. Anti-aging means anti-disease, anti-chronic conditions. So because aging is synonymous to chronic conditions. So what they say anti-aging or regeneration is all about that. So it's completely related to our topic.
good evening, Prof. Sarin. Good afternoon for everybody. I don't present my research yet, because not finished yet, just start. I just learning homeopathy, medical homeopathy, and I am palliative care in cancer, but because I still don't